It's 8 o'clock.
Yes!
We're on time. We did it.
We are
We
live.
did not fail.
I think.
Yes.
I hope.
No, I don't think so. Have we failed?
No.
We're 1 minute late.
We
We've
are.
1 minute failed.
Yeah, it's okay. We are Igudesman and
No, I am Igudesman and Jew. No, I am Igudesman and Jew.
I am an
No,
Igudesman
I am
Jew.
Igudesman and Jew.
Go on, guys.
Which movie is that?
Go on.
No, I am Igudesman and Jew.
Go on.
I'm-
So, by the way, those are also Igudesman and Jew, right?
Yes. That's Spartacus Yasha Geber. That's Spartacus Sabina Hasanova. Spartacus Mosquito. His new DJ movie name.
Alexander who? Ben.
Yeah. Yes.
There we go.
Oliver Mara here.
On the sound.
You
And
probably can't see him, but you can hear him.
You
because
can-
he's the audio. He's
Exactly,
the sound
he's
guy.
the sound
so you can
guy.
hear him. And Mariana. Who wants to marry Anna?
anyone? Anyone? She is doing Instagram lives things.
And she's single.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
Oh my!
Oh.
Again! Oh my God! Things change so fast
Wow.
in this
'Cause
crazy.
5
day-
minutes ago,
day-
she was single.
You know,
how
that's
fast.
a
That's
fact.
not true.
Yeah.
That's how quick social media is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to marry her. Boom, done.
In this day and age. Anyway, so throughout this, it's how to fail and succeed. This is our motto because we believe that success is failure and failure is success. We have on the couch the incredible Sabina Hasanova, who is actually a wonderful pianist, an all-round musician. She is a producer. She produces a lot of the movie things and film things that we are doing, we have done, and we will be doing in the future. She is also a humanitarian and an animalitarian. She likes humans and animals. Anyway, she will be reading your comments and also interacting with us a little bit. Is that correct?
It is very correct. And also, if you guys have anything private to say to me, please don't hold it back.
Okay.
Hello,
Because
everyone.
Sabina is single.
Not at all. I'm married, actually, but
Oh.
I'm married to a dead man.
Ah, that's
Is it
true.
a composer by any chance?
It's actually a writer from Portugal, and we're very happy.
She is
Okay.
also very weird. So,
Yes.
anyway, Sabina, thank you so much for being on with us. Please interact.
Just testing.
Okay. Please interact anytime. Also, you guys, please, if you have any questions, any comments of any kind about failure, success, about what we say, about us, about anything, just simply write it right now in the comments.
On
and-
Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube.
on anything. Absolutely
Anything. Write it
We
on a
are-
tablet.
We are there for you. So, we will.
Did you notice that tablet was the old method of writing things down? Like Moses, he had tablets.
And now we have
And now we have
tablets.
tablets.
It's
like gone
amazing.
full circle.
Yes, 360.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I don't know if they had the circle was invented back then.
Do you
Was the
think-
circle invented when Moses had the 10 Commandments? Was there a circle? Was it?
Apparently, there's the new 360 tablets coming out very soon. So
we-
basically, tablets that go all around you. You can type anywhere.
That's right.
Incredible.
Yes. Dude,
If you, want
don't
to
have
speak,
that overlay?
speak into the microphone, Yasha. Into the microphone. Yes.
You can see the overlay. I don't have to say anything more.
Okay. Anyhow, Sabina, please check if there's any comments. Interrupt us at any time, but only very, very gracefully. Thank you. So the show is called "How to Fail and Succeed,"
This is the show where we celebrate failure.
and here is a
And
failure.
here's two beautiful ones starting right now.
Full screen, please. Thank you.
Bowler Mike Machuga.
Done deal. Mike Machuga has won his first ever.
He decided to bowl himself. It's human bowling.
Seems like this
And look at this
goalkeeper's put
goalkeeper.
some good money on
Yeah,
the
this
other
goalkeeper.
team.
Look at that.
Oh!
Yeah. Just yeah, wonderful.
Oh,
So-
what an idiot! But well, how to fail and succeed. We say that success, failures are success.
Failure is the key to success.
But how do you think those two succeeded?
They made it on our podcast.
Amazing.
Yes.
What a
Today
success.
we are going to finally dispel the myth of who is the greatest composer of all time, and we are going to rank them.
wait
for you.
a minute. That's a little bit. That's a bit trivial. How can you do that? You can't really. Who is the best? I mean, this is ridiculous. We have to have some parameters because it's so subjective.
Like what?
Well, for example, height.
Height.
No, I mean height.
Oh, height. I feel like height.
Anyway, so I really don't understand what you're talking about. So we were going to talk about how, for example, how high the composers were. Not
You
high.
mean
like-
high?
Not high
Okay.
like that.
They probably were.
Probably some. Probably the most high composer is Bob Marley.
He also had the most children.
We'll get to that later. Anyway,
No, we
so anyway, we won't.
No, we won't. You can.
Okay,
But
I
we as a collective
won't.
we won't.
Anyway, so the height of composers. So who is the greatest composer from the height? Sabina, do you have any guesses?
You know that, did you just translate it from German? Die Größte.
Who is
Die
the
Größte
greatest?
composer.
Yeah.
The greatest. It's also
Yeah.
the highest,
Yeah.
right? The tallest.
I
Yeah.
do have an opinion, and you might be surprised about this because
Yes.
he's very often caught in photographs and paintings as in a seated position. Therefore, he's not very known how tall he is. But this composer didn't just have big hands. I'm talking about Sergei Rachmaninoff. He was actually a very tall man
Well,
as well.
Yes,
You
you're
are right.
absolutely right. Rachmaninoff is the clear winner with 6'6",
That's
over
over
2 meters.
over 2 meters. tall.
But I think he's out-heighted,
Yes, by who?
out-told by
Out-told?
Prokofiev.
No, he's not.
No?
Prokofiev is smaller.
Oh, is he?
Prokofiev is also he's 6'3".
Ah,
but-
yes, he's smaller. Okay,
But
okay.
you know the interesting thing is both of them. Why are they so tall? Maybe because they are both gay.
You mean they were very happy?
No, Sergei. They were both Sergei.
Oh, they're both
S-
knighted
that-
by the queen.
Yes. So there's
Right.
Sergei
Okay.
Prokofiev. It's okay. You can make. You can do that. So Sabine, it's okay.
I don't have the button. I only have a headache.
Here. Do you want the button?
You have a headache. You're
You want
feeling
I'm
heavy.
very happy,
Okay.
please.
You're feeling heavy.
Okay.
Well, that brings us to the next thing.
Anyway,
'cause the
wait
next
a
thing
minute.
is about
No.
no.
Who would be the
thing's not now.
smallest
Who would be the
composer? Smallest composer, maybe. Smallest, I think, would be. What do you? Any guess? Anyone?
What does it say out there?
Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Beethoven was pretty small.
We already showed the overlay, so everybody knows already.
Ah. So what is the winner? Is it Greek? Greek's
Actually,
the smallest?
yeah, Grieg is the
Greek
small.
is the
yes,
smallest.
Grieg is the smallest composer.
No way.
So, but
See
anyway,
what I did?
so,
No way. Okay. Anyway.
so,
right.
so that of course, but this list isn't really that interesting in many
It's
ways.
from the Grove Cyclopedia of Numbers.
Anyway, but I think what's a little more interesting would be who is the greatest as the,
The
grandest,
greatest, as in
the heaviest,
has
how's the most weight?
the most gravitas.
Weight, yeah.
The weight.
The most overweight classical composer.
Are
Who
we
is?
allowed to do weight?
Why not?
Okay.
I think weight is to do. That's not a. It's not a. You know. Yes.
Yes.
I am not, I don't know if I'm right, but maybe just first name came to mind was Rossini, if not Brahms.
No.
Rossini
I
was
tell you.
blood.
First of all, it was Sibelius. He held the
Interesting.
record for being the heaviest composer.
Most
but
heavy.
then
Yes.
Handel came along and beat the record, and he came second. And then Rossini, because he was cooking so much and made all these sauces and steak Alfredo, la Rossini, tuna dos, etc., that he won.
Interesting.
So Rossini is number one. Is that right? Yash, is that right? According to the fact checkers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
But of course, there is also a living composer, a living heavyweight composer called Leif Segerstrom.
No, he's the living heavyweight composer because he wrote the most symphonies.
He did write the most symphonies. Can anyone guess how many symphonies?
How many symphonies? How many
546.
symphonies did Mozart write, Sabina? Wrong. 60. How many symphonies? How many symphonies did Haydn write? 104? No, wrong. 107. How many symphonies did Christoph Graupner write? You know the famous composer? Christoph
Graupner?
Very famous composer. 113. Carl von Dittersdorf?
115 actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, including the other two.
Oh, right.
symphonies,
Well,
yeah.
if you count those two,
Those two,
obviously
then it's 115.
Yeah. Dittersdorf? You know the
Dittersdorf?
double bass dude?
I would say 120.
And at least one double bass concerto.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, there's John Melchior Molter.
Oh, I love his music.
But John Melchior
I
Molter
love
with
his music.
169.
169. I thought it was 170.
169.
Oh.
He preferred.
You have 160. I have 170.
I have
Yeah.
169.
Yeah,
I prefer that
I
position.
think it's
I take
170.
that position.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
Anyway, so Sabina, again, take a guess. Leif Egerstrom. How many?
Segerstrom.
Segerstrom.
I already said 546.
No,
No.
348. Sabina, you
So-
do not win the washing
But
machine.
okay, so but again, this is over. We want a little more depth. So we thought maybe, how about the composers with the most siblings? So with composers with the most brothers and sisters?
Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach.
Oh, is this wrong?
No, you're doing great. Go for it. Just make it up. Nobody believes us anyway. Just make it up. Make it up.
Siblings? No?
Siblings.
The thing
Confident
with
when
the
you-
siblings is we wanted to cut them because every website says something different. So
Oh, so we
according
don't
to
have the
one
siblings
website,
then.
Haydn has 2 siblings, and the other one he was the third of 18 or something
we
like that.
did
So
not want to lie to you, like
We-
how you're being
we are
lied to
giving
at
you-
the moment.
We're giving you the
in
truth.
this very moment in time.
The truth.
Think, guys.
The truth.
Think how you're being
The
lied
truth.
to.
The
The
truth.
truth is out there. You know what I mean?
So,
All right. So
how many siblings do you think Mussorgsky had?
I don't know.
Mussorgsky.
Who cares? Who
He was
cares?
the 11th of 18 children.
Why is he on this again? Why are you on the siblings thing?
Okay, how many children? Who had the most children? Which composer?
according to dodgy online pages.
Yeah. I got the most children. Pachelbel had 8 children, and Bach had 21.
22 if you count PDQ.
I thought 21 including PDQ. No,
Oh,
wasn't it
okay.
20?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is 20
I think it's
original.
20 in
20
PDQ. Bach
plus
is
PDQ.
his 21st child.
21st.
PDQ Bach.
Okay.
Very funny, fake, real composer.
Fake?
Real fake composer. Bob Marley, the highest composer, officially had 11. But the interesting thing is, he's probably the composer with the most children who are on Wikipedia. 8 of Bob Marley's children are on Wikipedia. And you see, and this is the kind of stuff you
Now
learn.
you can tell how he's brought up in Germany because he doesn't say Wikipedia, he says Wikipedia.
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 The Zeit for the Germans.
May I just
Yes.
add a fact? I thought the Jacksons were 9 kids and they were all on Wikipedia as well, I'm sure.
Yes, but
I
we're
thought
talking
it's the
about
Jackson 5.
But
Isn't
there are
it
9
Jackson 9?
siblings.
Isn't it
9
Jackson
siblings.
9?
Is the Jackson parent also a famous composer?
no. You see,
That's
we're
why
talking
it's
about
Bob Marley.
composers whose children
We're ranking
had the,
composers
had
here.
the
I thought it
most.
was
We're trying to find the
siblings.
greatest composer
Anyway,
ever.
Okay,
So
sorry. I
the
thought it
greatest
was
Ever.
composer. So
concentration.
that doesn't really work. So we thought maybe the composer with the longest name, right? So what do you think that is? Anyone? Longest name? Any comments from anyone? Longest name? No, the whole name. And I tell you, there's one of them you'll know pretty well. Mozart is one of the longest names. You know what his whole name is? Johannes Christosomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart. And I'm not shitting you. This is his actual real name.
You left out Puccini.
Because
Giacomo Antonio Domenico Michele Secondo Maria Puccini.
it's not a joke. This is actually his real name. Giacomo Antonio Domenico Michele Secondi Maria Puccini.
That could be a line from House of Gucci. I'm now going to read it as the actors who play in House of Gucci would read this line. Giacomo Antonio Domenico Michele Secondo Maria Puccini. No, 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 House of Gucci, no. I'm a Lady Gaga, no, no. Okay. And another
I have no idea what
another
the hell
name
that was.
is another long name composer is Antonio Carlos Brasileiro de Almeida de Jobim.
Antonio Carlos Brasileiro. So, but the absolute number one winner, is. I think we should play the video. I think because this I think
this
it's
is the number one winner. Here
I
we
think
go.
this-
The
yeah.
number one winner is almost unpronounceable. Here we
Ever
go.
remembered the name of Johann Gambelputti, de von Ausfern, Splendenschlitt, Krasskrenbon, Friedegedangle Dungelbar, Steinbon, Neckthresher, Appelbanger, Horowitz, Tikolensik, Grandenoddy Speltikel, Grandlich, Grunwaldnahe Speltewasser, Köstlich, Imbel, Eisenbahnwagen, Guten Abend bitte, eine Nürnberger Bratwürstel, gespürt mit 2 Marken über Hunsfurt, Gumberabe, Schonendanke, Kalbsfleisch, Mittelraker von Hartkopf auf Ulm.
so that is the
Of
name
Ulm.
of the composer, yeah. Johann Gambelputti de von Austern, Schlepfen, Schlitter, Krass, Krompen, Digger, Dingle, Dangle, Dongle, Dangle, Bernstein von Knacker, Trasher, Applebanger, Horowitz, Ticology, Grananotti, Spelunteln, Grandlich, Grumbelmeier, Speltmeier, Künstlich, Heimelbey, Bahnweisen, Glüppel, etc.
Of Ulm.
Of
Of
what?
Ulm. From Ulm.
Thank you. It's not. I didn't quite finish it because there was as well Bratwürstel gespürt.
I think some
Weizenmacher,
people
Luber,
died.
Hundsfeld.
Like practiced.
Yeah, yeah.
Between the start of his name. Anyway. All right.
Anyway, so then we realized we are so stupid. I mean, who cares about all these metrics? Because we want to rank the composers by their failures. From the worst and greatest failures to the least. Well, they're all failures, but not just failures, but also failures that have made them a success. And this is, in a way, where we start today. Sabine, did we have any comments? Any
Just compliments.
just compliments? Well, thank you so much. Yeah, but feel free to read out any kind of compliments, like "well done" or anything.
Yeah, you just somebody said that you have a very cool T-shirt, and I agree.
Me?
And that's somebody called Lucy
Right.
Landimore. Lucy Landimore said
Fantastic.
that you have a nice T-shirt.
Also said that Sabina looks amazing.
Oh wow.
So I just wanted to add that.
Oh,
There's
great.
nothing here like this.
I see it here.
Yeah, well. Anyway,
Ah.
so we are coming now to the main section of today, and that is the composers ranked by their failures. Hyung-ki, take it away.
You know, first.
Yeah.
I have to say
Yes.
that it's lovely having you back.
Thank you.
You've been gone for a long time,
Thank you.
and it's good to see you.
Okay, what's this about? Is this
No,
wanting to anything?
no, it's true. No, I haven't
It's
seen
very,
him in a long
very
time.
sweet.
I haven't seen this guy in a long time. You guys haven't seen him in a long time.
I've been to Mexico.
There you go.
Da,
See?
da, 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 da. Well, anyway,
Yes.
they just
So-
so I am back. But and also we will be back on stage very very soon.
That's true.
in a
we
few
will.
days.
In a few days.
In
Where-
Reutlingen, if
That's
anybody knows where that is
right.
actually.
We will
Reutlingen,
be
that's
back
in Baden-Württemberg. It's very exciting.
I thought you were about to say the name of the composer again.
Allow me to interrupt quickly to
Please.
pass on a question
Yes.
from FLCET. And without that much
ET?
explanation,
Yes.
just drop the name. What's your favorite composer?
What's
Well,
our favorite? But we will get to that.
We're getting into this.
Thank you
right
so
now.
much,
getting to
FLCET. But we will get to that. But first of all, we're going to do a shameless plug about our next concert, which is actually this coming Thursday, I believe.
In Reutlingen
Ja.
mit dem Württembergische Philharmoniker von Ulm.
Von Ulm.
Von Ulm.
No, that's Anyway,
We're going to do big nightmare music.
Yeah.
It's basically the nightmare, but really big.
It's a pretty cool show with orchestra.
It's a pretty show and a cool show. It's not a pretty cool show. It's a pretty cool show.
So we're going to all these numbers that you're seeing here. We'll do all of those
Love
numbers.
that drummer there. Did you see that drummer dancing?
Very good. Fistful of dollars. Yeah, we'll be doing that as well. Look at that.
And do you know why we're doing this show in Reutlingen?
Why? Because it's carnival.
It's carnival
Yeah, party
time.
time! It's next to Stuttgart. If you're in Stuttgart, come to our show. The date is written down below, I believe. Yasha?
Yes.
Thank you.
And if you want
Yes.
cappuccino made, Alexei will do it for you.
Exactly. Anyway, now finally to our main story.
Who is
Composers.
the greatest composer of all?
All.
Ranked by their failures. Bum, bum, bum.
So,
I think we're going to start at number 11, because I think this list goes to 11.
yeah, of course
Yeah.
it does. Of course.
As it
obviously.
should.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've picked Puccini
It's number 11.
as number 11 because, first of all, he has one of the longest names. So that's
yes.
already big contender.
Mhm, mhm.
And basically, this guy, no, Puccini. He wrote his second opera called Edgar.
Edgar.
No, it's not a joke. It was
really?
called
Oh.
Edgar. Yeah, it's not a guessing game. It's not
Okay.
like it's not like he wrote his opera
Mhm.
La.
La. How does it go? La la la. Is that too trivial? Oh.
Oh, I don't get it. All right. So anyway,
La Bohème. Okay,
La Bohème.
yeah.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
It's an opera. Which movie is that?
Which movie?
Okay.
Anyone know?
Anyway, so yes, no, he wrote his second opera, Edgar, and it was basically a flop.
Mm-hmm. So,
Flop, petit plop, flop, petit
But
plop, like
what-
dropping the kids off at the pool.
but what
Floppity
happened? What happened? Why is he on that list? Why?
Why? Because everybody wanted him out. He was such a failure. But Ricordi, the famous Italian publisher, believed in him so much, in
Oh, wow.
spite of his failure,
Uh-huh.
that he said, let's give this guy another chance. And then Puccini wrote 4 of his greatest operas. Bang, 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 bang.
Are they called Bang 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 Bang?
Well, actually,
bang
it's
one,
bang 1, bang 2,
bang 3, bang 4.
Bang
Do you know
4 is
those?
Resurrection, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
No, they are, of course, Manon Lescaut,
Bohème
La,
Tosca.
and Madame.
Monsieur.
Yes,
Butterfly.
yes. We really should rehearse this.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
shit.
We obviously don't know our Puccini operas.
We have no
That's how
idea.
much he failed.
Mm.
We should know them better.
So next, who is number 10 if he's number 11?
I don't know who's number 10. Who's number 10? Well, I think we went for Shostakovich.
Shostakovich. Well, he doesn't seem. He
Right.
was very popular, I think, also back in the Soviet Union where he wrote, or wasn't he?
It depends. He wasn't very popular with the regime.
What happened?
Well, there was this guy called Stalin.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember him? Yeah.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, I think if we were doing a list of the biggest baddies in the world, he would be very high up.
Possibly number 1 by the amount of people killed.
That's right.
Apparently, he killed more than Hitler.
Oh, for sure.
He
Oh,
killed
yeah.
a lot more
No.
people than Hitler, but
He killed his own
he
people.
yeah, which
So-
is fine.
You kill your own people? That's good.
You know,
Fine.
because when you hit other people, kill other people like Hitler, it's like
no.
bad,
Kill your own
bad,
people.
kill your own people. We've tried to kill you for ages. So
Yeah,
great, well done.
sure, yeah.
So nobody really cared outside of
So that's why
Russia.
Stalin is numero uno bad guy.
terrible guy.
And I think there's a movie coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
You actually wanted to talk about Shostakovich, not Stalin.
No.
Ah, that's right. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. But the thing is, yes, harmonica playing. Yes. No, the thing is that Stalin didn't like Shostakovich very much. And Stalin was a pretty powerful guy.
Yeah, but he died in 1953, didn't he? I mean,
Yes.
oh, you mean so before that?
Before that.
So did he
before
get
that,
into trouble
before
with
that.
the Stalin?
Well,
Ooh.
basically, Stalin had all his people,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they kind of dirtied Shostakovich's reputation in the newspapers,
Mm-hmm.
in Pravda and other newspapers. And basically, I think Shostakovich wrote his opera Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk. Lady
Minsk.
Macbeth of Mtsensk. No, I think
Mtsensk.
Mtsensk. Mtsensk. Too many consonants one after the other. There's
Mutenosuku.
Mutenosuku
in
would
Japanese.
be, yes, that's very racist, by the way.
It's just a fact.
So yeah, and I think he wrote. Yeah, that's right. And then he was in the middle of writing Symphony Number 4, and I think he gave up. I think it was never performed. Number 4. So basically he was damned. He was basically shit scared for his life because composers were being whatever
Yeah.
executed and.
But he overcame that and he wrote number 5,
Number 5.
which became his most iconic and most famous symphony.
It's the one that smells the best too.
Yep, absolutely gorgeous smelling symphony. And actually, interestingly enough, also the number 5, it has that glorious end to it. It's like this, it's like the Soviets thought it's like this ending, which is like, yeah, we're winning. But actually, if you listen to it properly, it's actually, even though it's triumphant, there's a sadness in it, which is kind of pretty clever. So,
Is that the one where the whole string section just plays for a whole page the A notes?
that's right, exactly. That la 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 la. Is that it?
Just thought we'd have some music while we're talking about Shostakovich.
Oh, is this Shostakovich?
No, that's me. But we can still talk.
You sound like Shostakovich.
You know what? I basically tapped into my Shostakovich-ness. And, Shostakovich played a lot of music in the cinema.
Did he?
Yeah, that was kind of like one of his first jobs. He would the movie would be playing, and then he'd be sort of
like
improvising.
improvising to it.
Yeah. So this is probably one of his movie improvisations.
Very nice. You look nice.
Thank you so much. No, that's not.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
yeah.
th- yeah.
That was Irina. I
That
think.
was Irina. Yeah, she
Yeah.
looks nice. My hair needs some
Yeah. Some
doing up.
Anyway, who is our number 9, if I may ask?
Are we on to number 9 already?
I think we're already
My
on to number
God,
9.
things
Yeah.
are going so fast here.
Mm.
I think number 9 is
Satie.
Satie.
Satie is
Lovely.
actually, even though
Satie.
people love him so much, he never graduated, I believe.
That was his big failing.
He you know, and
Well, he felt that he wasn't a composer
exactly he himself felt it.
because he never got his degree from the Paris Conservatoire.
Yeah, that's true.
So when he was already quite well known as Eric Satie,
Yes.
he basically asked to be let back in to the Conservatoire because he didn't have his degree.
And did they?
No, I think they said, sorry, mate, you're a bit too well known now.
Hmm.
Don't be ridiculous. You're Eric Satie. You know, he was a very eccentric guy.
He was pretty insane. Yeah.
Super eccentric. You know, when he had like something like 100 suits, identical suits. And he had, when they went into his apartment, because no friend of his ever visited his apartment, which he lived in for like 27 years. And when they finally went in there, they found 2 pianos, one on top of each other.
It's true.
And loads of letters that he wrote to himself that were unopened. Also loads of bank statements which were unopened, and lots of bottles everywhere. Loads of umbrellas as well.
Of course. Well,
He was
that
a
would make sense.
huge umbrella collector.
And of course, he was. People were always like saying about how his music has no shape or whatever. No. So he actually wrote 3 pieces in the shape of a pear.
That's right. That's right. That's
So-
right. And he also had a tough time finishing pieces. That was one of his other failures. Didn't know quite how to finish a piece. I guess he should have gone to school. He should have gone back to school.
Oh, you
Because this is where the piece should end, right? Oh, by the way, that's one of Satie's umbrellas. That's actually from his collection. I think he had over like 137 umbrellas or something.
Wow, is that the real ending? And that's the end. Okay. Well, very well done there. That is that the pianist Yu Horiuchi?
It is.
Mm.
Wow, you know her.
Yes, I happen to know
Amazing.
her personally.
Incredible.
So you're
Explain.
holding. Anyhow, moving on. So next up from the failed composers, and next on the list, and that is number 8. It is.
Wow. Oh, number 8.
It
Wow.
is one of
it's
the
Beethoven.
greatest, of course.
Beethoven.
And where you say Beethoven a failure? Actually, he failed pretty badly, especially towards his end of his life. He was failing all the time. For example, he failed to finish conducting his own work when it was already over. And this is, of course, due to the fact that he was deaf. He was conducting his, I believe it even was his 9th. And he was just still conducting, it was already over.
Yeah.
And here you hear one of his other big failures, the Grosse Fuge. Full screen. Yeah.
Full screen. Yeah, I think these guys deserve full screen.
Yeah. So basically, this is actually one of his great big failures, his last string quartet, which was a commission.
It's not the last string quartet, but it's one of the last string quartets.
Yes, it's his penultimate string. Basically, listen to that. I mean, it's like nearly like modern music. It's really shrill and weird. So the person who commissioned it, he said, "You know what? Can you please exchange this horrible last movement?" And he basically had to rewrite the piece.
Yeah, he wrote a different last movement.
Exactly.
Which is hilarious, actually. It's quite a funny piece.
Exactly. It's like
Total piss take
yeah,
piece.
it's a piss take piece. Anyway, so Beethoven was one of the big failures. Moving on, we have. Oh, this is an interesting one. Hyung-ki. It's a
Yes.
composer whose name is difficult to pronounce.
Oh, come on. Try to pronounce his first name.
Sarabji.
That's not his first name.
No, last name.
I don't even know how to, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his first name. But yeah,
What is his
Sarabji's
first
Kakai Porushi.
Anyone know how to pronounce his first name? Sabina?
Kai Porushi. I'm not sure.
Kai Hostru.
What?
Kai Hostru?
No, it's not Kai Hostru. It's I actually don't know. But you know why we know so little? You know why we don't know?
Why?
Because basically this guy was such an eccentric composer. He at some point did not even want people to play his music.
Uh-huh.
He banned performances of his music. And so it's pretty hard to know about someone if you don't have any opportunity to hear this person. So that was kind of his failure. He kind of shot himself in the foot.
He didn't want his music to be played or what?
He just didn't want it to be played. And also, it was a very, very complicated music.
Well, as you can see from this is to be played by one person, right?
Yeah, one person. But this is for the organ. But he also wrote music like this for pianists. I mean, 4 staves is nothing. There's even a piece of music where he has something like 11 staves.
Oh my God! And he didn't even live that late, right?
He was like beginning of 20th century.
Crazy.
And but you know, people like Alban Berg were interested. Busoni was very interested. But hey, if you kind of say nobody's allowed to play my music, then
That's a bit of a fail.
we're not really gonna
But
know about
he
you.
was very enigmatic because of it, and we're talking about him. So then again, that's I guess a form of success in some weird
Well,
way.
some people have actually said he's one of the greatest figures of the 20th century.
Yeah.
So
So next on our fail list, yes.
Sorry, before
Sabine.
you move on, I'd like to just say that we actually got very lucky this evening. Just got a comment.
Yes.
oh my God,
From-
we have a comment.
Yes.
We have a comment.
You don't
Oh
even
my
know
God.
what's coming
What?
Yes.
because actually, apparently,
Yes.
Yu Horyuchi herself is actually, I guess, watching or
Yes.
has caught it, and
Yes.
she actually commented herself.
Yes.
Did she comment herself on herself?
She said that that you should be careful about spreading false rumors because apparently she doesn't know you, Alexei, in person.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
I guess maybe.
Oh.
Yeah,
since
no,
she's-
I know. Yeah, I knew she. Well, she may say that. Yes, yeah. Technically yes. She doesn't know
See-
me,
you
but
see how much she's stuttering
I
here?
know her
He's-
because I've
like
seen
he-
I've seen her.
Wow, he's really struggling with
I've
this.
seen her.
He's struggling.
I have
By
seen
the
her.
way, just because someone is struggling doesn't mean that they're guilty.
No. I am, but it doesn't mean that.
No, it doesn't mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
On that note, allow me just to make
Which
a little
note?
space
Which
also
note?
for
Could you sing the note for
si
us?
bemol.
Sing it for us.
There's apparently somebody watching you from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Taiwan.
3:30 in the morning there.
Long live
And
Taiwan!
We
It's
love
Alex.
Taiwan.
Maybe has greetings to Alex from Taiwan.
Greetings
who's
to
watching
Alex
at
from
3:30
Taiwan.
in the morning.
Excellent. 3:30 in the morning. It's not really a question, but well done. If you have a question, we'll answer it. But if you just want to comment that you're watching us very late at night for absolutely no reason, also well done, very well done. You have failed in sleeping. And because of that, he will be rewarded with wisdom. For example, with this great composer, who is our next on our fail list. Yes! Tchaikovsky himself is our fail number 6 because the leading critic at the time, Hanslick, wrote about him. If music could stink, his violin concerto would be the stinkiest piece of all. Something like that. Basically, he got ripped apart for some of his greatest works, and Johannes Brahms hated him, and so many people hated him, and he was gay, not just in his name, in his real life, he was gay, and that was not allowed at the time, so that was horrible for him, but he has succeeded in being the greatest composer of that time, from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. on Friday the 14th, 1862. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Next on our list.
Okay, I think we're done.
No, I think we have a few more. Come on, we got number 5 coming on. Number 5.
Another one coming on.
Yeah.
I think we have to talk about Hildegard von Bingen.
Ooh, Hildegard von Bingen.
Hildegard von Bingen.
We always have to talk about Hildegard,
Always.
Hildegard
We have to talk
von
about
Bingen.
Hildegard von Bingen. Yes.
Right,
Von
Sabine?
Ulm. Von Ulm.
Do you know Hildegard von Bingen? I'm being serious here.
Absolutely.
You do. Tell us a little bit.
Okay,
What is your
Tell us what
knowledge?
you know about Hildegard von Bingen.
Well,
Don't make it up.
she likes it sunny side up.
She likes it sunny side up. Is that a? What does
It's
that
like-
even mean?
No, that's true. It's a very famous, no, she's actually, I know what she's referring to. She's referring to when she went to the cook at the convent in 1142 and said, I'd like to have some breakfast. And the chef said, would you like some eggs? And she said, yes, I would love to have some eggs. And the chef said, would you like them over easy? She said, no, I would like them sunny side up. Right? Is that what you're referring to?
I thought it's some weird sexual position. She likes it sunny side up,
Hey, come on.
right?
She's a-
You agree.
So vile.
Anyway, who is she? Explain to us, and why was she a failure?
Well, it depends how you look at failure. It's for me, it's a bit similar to Sarabji in that we should know more about her, and
Yeah.
we only really discovered her as late as 1979, and she's from the 12th century.
12th century.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And it took us that long. And I think part of the reason it took us that long was because, unfortunately, in the world of classical music, as in other worlds, if you're a woman, you have a tough time being recognized as a composer.
So she failed to be a man, basically.
No, I
Is that
just
what
think
you're saying?
she didn't fail to be a man. I just think it's it's the James.
I think it's the men's failure to let women into
Exactly.
music for such a long time.
exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
And probably it's just the wrong time. I mean, she was at a time when before there was Instagram and I mean, I'm joking, but
12th century.
things were not
That
documented
was
in the
already
same
Instagram.
way.
Instagram's been around for ages.
It was a
right?
different type of Instagram. It was more like paintings on the
Scratch-
cave. Yeah, scratchings.
scratchogram.
Yeah, scratchogram. But what's also incredible about her is that she was not just she's now considered as one of the greatest medieval composers. But she also inspired Carl Jung. She was an incredible nutritionalist. She had incredibly forward ideas about nutrition, which we now use today, which we now are now scientifically
Eat
even,
that.
and she also had thoughts and theories about medicine, about natural medicine in particular, which are also have been now more recently scientifically approved, and also lots of writings and also visions and.
You know what? I did not know all of that, and I'm gonna check her out. I hope you guys are gonna
Definitely check her out. Hildegard von Bingen.
Definitely.
We should know more about
Beautiful.
her. From von Ulm.
Number 4 on our list. We're going back to the Sergeys, and of course, we have to mention Rachmaninoff. Sergei Rachmaninoff, a composer very dear to our heart. Actually, in fact, we are working on several projects around Rachmaninoff as a Igudesman and Jew for next year. We're working on a show called Now Rachmaninoff, and also Rachmaninoff Rhapsody with orchestra, and on a documentary called Breaking Rachmaninoff. So it's going to be a lot of exciting stuff about Rachmaninoff. So, but of course, Rachmaninoff failed in some ways because he was pretty depressed, right?
Well, I mean, he was depressed because I think, well, when he was young and at the conservatory, I think he wrote, was it the first symphony?
Yeah.
Which was a big success.
No. I think that was the failure. I
Oh,
believe
was
that
it the first?
exactly.
So
that's-
was it the first concerto that was a success? He wrote
Exactly,
something. He
exactly.
wrote something. He was like the new hotshot.
he
Everybody
was
was
the
like,
new
"Oh my
hotshot.
God,
His-
there's this new guy called Sergei Rachmaninoff. He's going to be the next, Bach or Hildegard von Bingen." And then he wrote his
first
symphony, which was a disaster. But he was also very unlucky because I think it was conducted by Glazunov,
who was
who
apparently
was
drunk
while
at the
conducting
time.
it. And you know, I listened to the first symphony recently. It's actually a great piece.
Right.
I listened to the last movement. It's very ahead of its time. But he was just basically slated by everyone.
Yes, and he fell into a huge depression.
Huge depression.
So big.
Didn't compose anything. I think for several years,
Yeah.
2-3 years or something.
Exactly. Until he was actually recommended the psychiatrist of the time,
I think who used hypnosis.
he used
Yes,
hypnosis
yeah, I think.
on him. You will be under my spell. You will believe that you're a great composer.
His name was Mr. Dahl,
Yeah,
not Roald Dahl.
not rolled on.
Another Dahl. Maybe Chickpea Dahl?
Oh no, please don't go there.
No?
That's really a dull joke.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so the famous second piano concerto which you're hearing at the moment is actually dedicated to his psychiatrist,
Yes.
to Mr. Dahl.
And that's why he triumphed. And that's why he's on our list. Not list, Rachmaninoff. That's why he's on
Yeah,
our
Rachmaninoff.
Rachmaninoff.
Number 3, Handel. Can you handle that? Handel actually had pretty poor health, and he failed.
Well, I'm not surprised. If you're eating English food at that time of
Yeah.
year, I mean,
Apparently,
what was it,
he ate
1600 something?
He ate
17
a lot of English food, a lot of food generally. He was famous for being very, very large, as we mentioned beforehand. But he collapsed in his home in England in 1737, which
That's
was-
5:37 for anybody watching in England.
Exactly, that's nearly 6 o'clock, and it was probably a stroke. Apparently,
A stroke of genius.
no, a stroke of the heart,
Oh.
and no head. Sorry, and his doctor said, "He will never work again. We may be able to save the man, but we have lost the musician."
Wow.
But luckily, he was wrong.
Yes. And then he came back and played football for the Champions League. The Champions League final.
Exactly. Actually, basically, he stubbornly ignored all the medical advice and literally he dragged himself back to work, although it wore him out until he read a new epic poem called Messiah, and immediately he was filled with renewed energy. His manservant reported that when he went to wake him, he got up. He ate half a Yorkshire ham in no time at all, and drank about 5 pints of beer. So that was Handel. Yes.
Are you quoting Stefan Zweig? Where did you
Stefan,
get this? Where are you reading this?
I don't know. It's just random
Did
shit.
Stefan Zweig write about Handel?
I thought he did. I thought
Did he?
it sounds exactly like that.
Like, so no, it's not Stefan Zweig. I think it's whatever. It's just some random stuff that we've researched very, very
Very
carefully.
deeply.
very deeply,
Very
very,
deeply.
carefully.
Super
And
deep
a wonderful
research.
comment from YouTube. Somebody said he must have had love handles then.
Oh, love handles. Oh god, I can't.
Good
handle
one,
it.
good one, good one.
Okay, so
Keep them coming, keep them coming.
number 2, Bram.
Oh, the toilet's over there. You just make a left. And
No,
a
no, no.
straight.
I meant on our list.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Sorry.
Number
Yeah.
2, Schumann.
Yes.
And why Schumann? Well, he liked to practice. He practiced and practiced
Like-
and practiced and practiced and practiced, and he wanted
To be the best pianist ever.
to improve besides being a composer. And Sabina, you know what he did?
Of course, Sabina knows.
No idea. Please tell me.
Really?
You know. No, you know.
You know? What
Of
he-
course
No.
I do. How can a pianist not know that story?
Okay, well, tell us that story. Enlighten us.
Are you talking about the machine that he built? Or
Yes,
some
yes,
other
the
thing?
machine
Schumann
that
has
he
a lot of
built to
stories.
screw up his hand.
Well,
Tell-
apparently, if I'm not wrong, he even kind of tried to do this even before he turned 20. It was quite early
Yes.
in his life.
Yeah.
And he was practicing a lot. Of course, I think in this time he was living together with Clara and his father, because her father was also his teacher,
Right.
and
James.
for both of them. And he was
James
living with
Schumann.
James. And of course, knowing that you're gonna like kind of romantic vibes with Clara, and your teacher, and in the same house, of course, you know, you just kind of, there are different pressures probably were happening in that household.
Right.
So I can understand why he was really so ambitious about practice. And then he had this great, I think in this time, it was also not very uncommon to come up with some sort of external devices to help you play. So he was not the only person who came
May
up
I
with
ask
this.
where he put that external device on his body?
I'll let you guess. Probably on his sunny side up.
No, actually, you know what? It's
He
because
was on his left.
it's
Left hand?
on his. He wanted if most of our hands we don't have independence between the fourth and fifth finger, right? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he wanted to have absolute independence and more dexterity between all his fingers. So I think he would. Wasn't it that he tied some
Exactly,
weight,
as far as I know as well. Actually,
incredible weight
as
to
I
his fourth finger
remember-
to try and separate the distance between the fourth and fifth
I
finger and
think
make
so.
them.
And as I remember, also, if I'm not mistaken, there was also a device that actually comes on top of the arm. So and the kind of the so this is like does a contra pressure action
Yes.
on the fingers. And it was, I think, from the top also tying each finger. So the more like you had to individually go against some sort of a weight or some pressure that is like making it a challenge to play. And
Basically, he
then-
screwed up, right?
And then he damaged his arm, his fingers to such an extent that he could actually, I guess, really couldn't
Play
play
very
at the
well.
ability that he
Yeah.
could before, which apparently was very high. So that's
Exactly.
How, I guess,
And you
Clara
see-
became
And that's a
the
failure.
pianist. Was that
Massive
became-
fail.
That was a massive fail. But again, because of this fail, we got to see so much more of Schumann the composer, which is, of course, for us, way better. Because in that time that he may have performed and done concerts, he's written some of his most incredible works. So again, the failure that has actually turned into a great success. And now, without much further ado, we come to our number one. But before we come to our number one, I would like to announce that we will be performing near you very soon. We already talked about Reutlingen, but we did not talking about Italy. Italy.
Italy?
Italy.
No.
No.
No. Is that where they have the house of Gucci? In Italy?
What is that?
No.
I don't know what that is.
Mamma mia, we are going to Torino, on
Torino.
the 1st of March.
1st
We are
of
going
March.
to play Variazione Giose.
Giocose.
Are you sure?
Giocose.
I'm going to look this up while he
Variazione
talks.
Giocose. Joyful Variations. It's a program with the Rai Torino and with a wonderful conductor who is also a friend of ours, Ryan McAdams. And we will be performing amazing, fun, beautiful music that we have written and other people also have written who are on our top 10 most failed list.
Variazioni Giose.
Gioiose.
Gioiose. Variazione gioiose.
Gioiose.
No.
Anyway,
Yes.
and so that we will be doing. And of course, then later on we will be going to Düsseldorf. But we will tell you that after our number one, because there's also a number 0. There is a number 0.
Here's a trivial question. Who wrote a symphony number 0? If you know the answer, send it to Sabina. She'll send it to us.
And you,
And then we'll send it to Santa Claus.
yeah, you will actually win a digital, very exciting
Christmas
prize.
present.
Exactly. Please comment below
Who wrote Symphony number
Symphony
0?
Number 0. It's not a joke. Number 1 is ta-ta-ta-ta!
Sorry,
doesn't-
wait just a second. We got maybe a question,
Yes.
a reply from Rainy Chief. Is it maybe Bruckner?
Well,
Rainy Chief.
Is it maybe? Is it maybe?
It's
W-
Bruckner question mark.
It is Bruckner.
Rainy Chief, you will receive a voucher for us. You can see some of our shows on Music Traveler TV for free. You are a very lucky man. We will reach out
How
to
do you know it's a
you.
man?
You're a very lucky woman. We
How do
will
you
Well,
know
there are
it's a woman?
definitely 2 more people who answered almost at the
They're
same
too late.
time.
You will all receive a digital code from Music Traveler TV. You can check it out on musictraveler.tv. You can check out. We have some of
now
them.
you're just giving out free tickets. I mean, like if I was watching this, I would just go,
Bruckner,
oh,
Bruckner,
wait a minute. Bruckner's the right answer. I'll just write in Bruckner.
You know what? Whoever
Writes
writes Bruckner
Bruckner
for the next 5 minutes will receive a digital code. I don't care. Even if it's 100 of you, you will get it for free because you know why? Because we love you.
And we love Bruckner.
And we love Bruckner. We think Bruckner is a 0.
He's a 0. He's a total 0.
Complete
He's
0.
like Coke 0.
Yeah.
You know?
Number one. Who is the greatest fail and greatest success at the same time? Do you have any idea who it could be?
Bach. It's Bach.
Any-
I can
any
tell you.
other
Change the
guesses?
list. It's Bach.
No. Anyone?
I didn't listen.
So, of course it is. Igor Stravinsky. The Rite of Spring. This is one of his greatest, perhaps his most famous work. At that time, it was such a failure. People were booing. People were literally getting up in Paris.
Throwing chairs.
They were
fighting.
Literally, there was like vandalism going on during this ballet performance in
13. I think. May 1913.
Yeah. Because it was so outrageously modern. But of course, other people loved it. So there was actually fights going on because it wasn't just boo, boo, boo. It was boo, boo, bravo. No, fuck you, fuck you. It was just madness.
I don't think it was fuck you because it was in Paris. It was,
Hey,
espèce de bâtard connard! Hey, tais-toi! Hey, je sais que tu es Stravinsky là! Hey, c'est le sac de bâton, espèce de con! Hey, qu'est-ce que tu fous là? Ah, merde!
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
Yeah. And of course, as
I
we
think
know,
our sound guy has just gone deaf in this show. Our sound guy's like, I'm never doing this show again.
so basically it's one of my favorite works, probably yours is one of so many people's favorite works. Rite of Spring.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse is one
loves
of
Fantasia.
he loves
Rite of Spring.
He loves Rite of Spring. It's an incredible work, and it was his big fail and actually his biggest success at the same time, obviously. So that's
true.
why he's
And-
the number one.
But you know another fail?
What?
Since we're talking about it, he doesn't get any money for this.
What?
Yeah, he totally. Yeah.
Right,
He
because
gets no money for
because
his first 3 ballets.
that's right. He gave away the rights at the time,
Bad music business, bad lawyer, bad whatever.
and that is
bad
why.
agent.
But that is why he was rewriting different suites of the different works.
There's like 3 or 4 suites of Firebird and other suites of Petrushka.
exactly
Rite of Spring he did for 4 hands.
because that he could get money for.
That's
again.
right.
So,
Yeah.
but not for the entire ballet. So
Wait,
that-
we have a number 0.
yes, but before we do the number 0, of course, we do have to announce that we're coming back with Stars and Freaks, our incredible, crazy show where we invite incredible, beautiful, wonderful musicians who are completely out of the ordinary to perform in Tonhalle Düsseldorf. And that will be in on March the 26th. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
Yes,
Jasha.
thank you, Jasha. So March the 26th, and we have some incredible, extraordinary guests actually there. We have Adam Ben Ezra on the bass. We have also Oded Kafri, an incredible drummer. And we have this crazy, unique musician who you can hear right now. He's actually a cimbalom player who plays jazz, but he is just not just that. He is a multi-instrumentalist who plays so many different instruments amazingly. Marius Preda is his name. He will join us live on that day. And
How is he not going to join us live? What, he's going to come in like a...
like a zombie?
I mean of course he's going to join us live.
Well, he could have pre-recorded it, send us the recording, and said, "Sorry, guys, don't have any time. Can you please play that for us?" Anyway, Stars and Freaks, 26th of March. Please be there. And now,
Even if you're nowhere near Düsseldorf, like if you
just have
live
to-
in Tanzania or Singapore or
traveling,
Taiwan,
it's worth it. You know what? If you travel
Ottawa,
in,
Canada.
if you travel in from Taiwan, we will give you a free ticket. If you travel from Zimbabwe, we will give you 2 free tickets.
Ottawa, Canada.
3 free tickets. Okay? No, seriously, we actually mean it.
And if you're one of those people from Ottawa and you've written Bruckner,
Yes.
then
You will get 0 free tickets.
0. 0. Yeah.
because
0.
he is our number 0. So, actually, the real 0 of the people
Of the composers.
of the fails of why he didn't make it to number 1. In a way, he made it to number 1, but he actually made it to our number 0 because he didn't really succeed through his fail. He literally failed through his fail in the worst way possible, and that is Lully. Of course, Lully was
the
conducting.
inventor of the lollipop.
Well, he was a famous composer from the times.
Jean-Baptiste
Jean-Baptiste
Lully.
Lully. And what he did, he was conducting as one does with a stick, hammering a stick on the ground. It was actually not a very delicate and not very musical, but it was a very typical way of conducting at that time.
It was a kind of way of beating time.
Beating the stick on the ground. Now, he was beating it. He was obviously really getting into it. He was probably like a DJ at the time. He hit the beat, And he was like beating it so hard, he beat it through his foot. And he started to bleed on his foot. So, what
Got
happened?
gangrene.
He got gangrene and he died because of that several months later. That is the absolute greatest, biggest fail of all.
I'm just wondering about this picture of Lully. Is this pre or post driving the stick through his foot?
I think he looks too happy there. I mean,
Yeah.
although he looks a little maybe semi-sour, maybe he just had part of the stick in his foot.
I have the feeling that someone is taking a portrait of him while he's having his foot nursed. He's trying to have a smile, but he's a little bit uncomfortable.
My foot is hurting. Come on,
My
do
foot
the
is-
portrait. I'm
Mon pied,
dying.
mon
I'm
pied.
dying. Oh mon
Yes.
Dieu, I'm dying. Anyhow, thank
Poor
you
guy.
so much, everybody. It's been a wonderful time with you. We will be back with you, and our next date is in March. It's on actually Sunday, the 6th of March, at the same time because what? No, 6th. We've decided on the 6th. Sorry, yeah. Sunday the 6th of March, not 13th. Sunday the 6th of March. And at the
We
same time,
might have a special guest.
we're hoping to have a special guest for that time. We will announce the special guest in due time. The subject of the next course is actually pianists
And why they're so weird.
and why they're so weird.
And why there's so many of them.
Yeah, exactly. We will have a list of the weirdest, strangest pianists. We will introduce a lot of pianists on that
Don't
show.
shoot the pianist.
Exactly. We'll make a ranking from the weirdest to the to
Are we going
the.
to do a ranking?
I think we should.
Yeah.
I think that we should have the number 1 weirdest pianist, and we will also include pianists who are still alive.
Oh
Obviously,
my God.
because most of the
Wow.
composers we can mention today were dead. We will really rip through all the weird pianists.
Rip.
Rip like dead.
Yes.
Yeah, rest in peace. Anyway, rest in peace. We don't want you to rest in peace. We want you to stay creative. We want you to fail, keep on failing, keep on succeeding because of your failures, and come and join us, Igudesman and Jew, next podcast, 6th of March, or even better, live in a few days.
And remember, tomorrow is February 14th. The love that you take is equal to the love that you make.
Oh yeah, baby. And with that, enjoy a little bit of whatever video you're going to play next.
Well, it's one of these, where you are my perfect man. Though you smell of cheese and you are so loud when you snore at night.
Actually, I don't snore.
You are my perfect man, even with those hairy hands.
My back is more hairy.
But I love you so, my perfect man.